Hello. I am here to, of course, apologise to Daniel Greene and to Kayla. As I said in my community post, when Daniel responded, if he disproved claims, I would, of course, come here to apologise. Now, that would have remained as a community post. I feel like a match of whatever content I made is what is deserved in regards to bringing awareness to it. I woke up this morning to watch Naomi's video and then to watch Daniel's response in terms of not that video, just everything. And I can only state how sick I am to have seen someone manipulate to hurt so many people. Like, this is... SA survivors are a vulnerable community by nature. We have all been assaulted and taken advantage of. And to have someone, a bad faith actor, come in and create such a sickeningly compelling video, like the amount of time to create that first video and to just create this narrative is truly horrific. So yes, I watched the video. I am recording this off cuff. I need to record this before my partner gets home. She has to go to sleep, and I cannot record while she's sleeping. So this is, usually I would write about this, I would express my feelings and come here with an ordered thought. That is not possible today. Because this is a necessity to get this out because of what has happened. Naomi King admitted to coercing the situation, which is a sickening word to use when this whole thing was around the idea of coercion, and yes, they coerced the situation to try to damage Daniel's career, and his relationship, his personal life, everything. And that is just, it's just disgusting. Like, in terms of reacting to Naomi, they need to seek some real help, because this is years long in the process. This is clearly something that needs to be addressed at a deep core level with professionals, because this is inexcusable behavior that, like they say in their video, has hurt thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So, like I said in my last video about the other booktuber, theirs was a moral failing. And what has been proven here now is that Daniel Greene has done a moral failing, and a moral failing that he has addressed with his partner. And so I then have the same opinion I had on that other creator. Moral failings and crimes are not the same thing. They are not comparable, and I would never do that. This is a completely different scenario that we have woken up to this morning. So once again, I can only reiterate my apology to Daniel Greene, my apology to Kayla, because my involvement in this, I think it's what I'm going to do is provide a timeline, because yesterday I was bombarded with a hate mob in regards to Naomi's second video that clearly none of them had ever watched my video. They had no comprehension of what I was talking about because they hadn't watched it. So I think it's important to provide a timeline for those who are clicking on this video without any context for what's happened up until this point. The morning of the accusations, I wrote a community post. That community post will remain up. I will add an addendum at the beginning, essentially saying, updating the situation. I talk about the fact that I support survivors, that I watched the video, that I was sickened by it. All of these things are true. And one of the things I ruminate on, people like Neil Gaiman specifically, and then accusations against Daniel Greene, that the idea of someone manipulating an audience to provide a safe space and then take it away from people. One thing that is inside of that community post and that I wanted to stress is that I never condemn Daniel Greene in that video. I never say that he did it. There is absolutely no instance of that because we had no conclusive proof. My statement was in solidarity with the idea that people who accuse people, I think, deserve respect and support until the time is provided that that is no longer the case. Such as now. Naomi has admitted to falsehood. Daniel has disproved, much like I said in the final paragraph, that I would be the first to apologise in regards to that. Because he has suffered in this. This is the fact. He is the victim in this. And as a result, I apologise for the fact that my experience with SA put me in a position where I felt the need to talk about it. Now, that is my experience. I talk about my experience and the difficulty that I would have had in regards to this. So this is the problem with where we're at, just in general as a society. That community post is very much it stands a middle ground because we are in a middle ground at that point. We didn't know everything. So that post is supporting and having the respect for the accuser, which I still hold with. This situation is one of those ones where that person is a bad faith actor that is going to irrevocably damage the SA community and those who try to speak out about their own truth. That is a very sad fact. And at the same time, as I say in the statement, Daniel Greene deserved the right to respond and disprove claims, and to add this addendum, which I have said in chat and everything, but didn't put in the statement, he deserves damages. He deserves to sue for damages. He deserves the fact that this person has tried to destroy his career. That's how, in my opinion, that's the way it would go. The accused deserves support and respect until disproven, at which point that the accused deserves to sue for damages because they have been damaged by the false accusation. That is the way I view the world. That is the way that I stand. That is the way I will always stand. This particular example has, like I said, it will irrevocably damage this community. It will irrevocably damage support for victims. It's so fucked up. Like, that is just the case. This is so fucked up. So yes, that was my community post. That was all I was going to post on this. I made my first video and it was critiquing and having a go at a particular booktuber who made a joke at the expense of the situation. This is not an apology to that booktuber. I still hold to the fact that he made a disgusting, depraved joke at a horrible time, and now he's rewriting history to try to make himself look better. That's not how it works. So that's another important thing to stress. Absolutely no apology to that booktuber. I was never going to upload a video in regards to this situation. I was going to have that community post. There was no intention of making a video until that booktuber made his joke. And then that was something, this whole situation was something that I didn't have all the facts on, so I was not going to speak on it. It was too heartbreaking of a situation. It was devastating. But then that booktuber made their video, and I was so enraged that I couldn't not address it. So that first video is just having a go at that person. Because they made a joke at the expense of survivors who were clicking on that video looking for support, looking for any kind of help, any kind of information, literally anything, and they were rage baited inside of that video, which is an exploitation of the fantasy community. It was an exploitation of SA survivors. It was exploitation at its finest. Now, I know people will watch this video and say that I'm exploiting it as well. That is the one thing I want to stress. This was not an attempt to garner subs. As I said in my last video, I felt sick seeing that sub count go up because it made me feel like I was exploiting the situation, which was never my intention. I know the people who know me are going to know that that was never my intention, and I know that the hate mob that will inevitably arrive won't have made it this far in the video to care. I understand that. I understand that the comment section will be a cesspit. I understand. But yes, that is my essential opinion. I still think that that people who are making accusations deserve respect during the time before it is disproved. I think that the accused deserves the right to respond and disprove that, and I think damages either way then are essential. That has always been my opinion. It will always continue by my opinion. I apologise to Daniel Greene and Kayla for having this a video in regards to it. It really wasn't to do with them. I'm pretty sure most of you will appreciate it who are here. This has been a horrific time for the community, truly horrific. That Daniel will be able to come back and make videos, and that Naomi seeks the help that they need. That is essentially the closing point. As I said before, well, now that the videos are private, the money in relation to the AdSense will be donated still. And I appreciate people watching, I appreciate people listening, and I hope my intentions come across here.